Hi everybody, my name is Caden.
I'm Jaden.
I'm Eli.
And I'm Jason.
And we're the Yahoo and the Torah YouTube channel.
And we thank you guys very, very much for spending this time with us. And thank you very, very much for being part of our little tribe here. Our family is your family, and your family is our family. We really, really appreciate those who listen in to these readings that we do. We are not preachers. We are not teachers. We are simply people that are sitting around a table reading the scriptures and trying to figure out what they say to the best of our abilities and seeking our Creator wherever He is able to be found. We believe that the laws, statutes, and commands of our Creator from Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy are good for all times, that we need to keep them, that our Creator has told us to keep them. We believe that there are Levitical laws that we need to not keep because we are not Levites, but there are dietary laws we do need to keep. We should not be eating unclean foods. We should not be worshiping on a 501c3 Sunday. And we should be very mindful of the law, statutes, and commandments. And our Creator has told us over and over and over that we need to guard our commandments no less than 40-some times in the Torah itself, which is Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. And so if He's told us no less than 40-some times to guard the laws, statutes, and commands, that doesn't mean that you say they're on the cross or that they are somewhere else or that they don't apply to you or that they're old school. There's nothing old school about the law, statutes, and commands. They are very new school. In fact, if you're looking for breaking edge technology, then the Torah is it, because there is nothing more advanced than you will find in the Torah, because it will guide you and it will keep you safe. It will keep your life safe. It will keep your family safe. It will build strong families, and it is the basis that we should all be going to.
And on that note, for those who are more familiar with the Torah and the commands, today is a preparation day.
Yay! Yes, and if we had our little maraca, we'd shake that too. But preparation day, for anyone who doesn't know, and there will be probably a different group of people that watch this, because a lot of people didn't like our old series, which is reading out of the Torah. But a preparation day is what?
It is the day you are going to prepare. Tomorrow is a Saturday for most people, but according to the Hebrew calendar and the scriptures of Yahuwah, it is called the Shabbat. It is the seventh day, the day you are going to rest, the day you're not going to work, the day you're not going to gather your food, the day you're not going to clean, you're not going to cook, you're not going to do any of that. You are going to rest, you are going to dwell in the presence of the Creator, and you are going to spend time with Him. That is your day for rest, that is your day with the Creator.
Yeah.
Nowhere else, not the rest of the world, not the work, not your boss, not the people outside of your house. It is for you and the Creator alone. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, and you're not supposed to have your family work. You're not supposed to have your servants work. You're not supposed to have your animals work. It is supposed to be a day of rest, and people have forsaken that. And when you forsake that, you will suffer in not just the physical form here, because we do need that rest, but you will also very much suffer in the spiritual form when we are coming to accountability with our Creator. All right, so let's begin. We were in Matthew 1 yesterday. I had a good comment from BitChute, but
We have the day.
Actually, yeah, we do have the day. So this is it. Sorry. So we are in month 7. It is the 4th day of the Creator's calendar in the month, and we are in a 6th day. So today is what they call, I guess in the pagan world, is like free day or free. What is it?
Is it Frigga?
It's like some demon god or something, some demigod named like some pagan thing. Frigga. And so they've named every day of the week after some evil monster thing, and there's no such thing. And in the scriptures, it's only 1 through 7, and then it's everything is numbered. There's no such thing. So anyway, that is that. We will begin here, and I was arguing with a guy over on BitChute. I thought that was very interesting because he's a swine eater. He's a pig eater, and for those, we're not laughing at people that eat swine, but it's essentially like picking up a roadkill or something and putting it in your mouth and chewing it. It's not good. It's not what we should be doing. But he said that the food. How do you put that? What did I say yesterday?
Food was made for man.
Food was made for man, not the body made for food or something. And that's how he
Is that like the man was made for the Sabbath, or Sabbath was made for the man, not the man for the Sabbath, or something like that?
I don't know. He's basically he's saying that pig is a good thing to eat, and food was made for the body was not made for food. I don't know.
That makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense, but it was very interesting because we carried on the long conversation. That was the final piece of what he said, and I'm like, okay, enjoy your bacon. I've done the best I can, and we are not here to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. That is what we have the Torah for, and that is what we should and shouldn't do. All right, so let's begin. Matthew 1, we got the lineage of our Creator, and we learned a little bit that all the other translations have the 14 generations messed up, and they only had 13, and we learned that Mary's husband's name was Yosef, and there's no J's in Hebrew, so there's no Messiah named Jesus. It was Yahushua. Yahushua HaMashiach, and that name means salvation. And so there was no J's for Joseph. It was Yosef. But we learned that Mary's father was named Yosef as well, and they messed the lineage up in the king and pretty much every other version.
I'm going to assume Joseph was just a really common name. Like it's like Bob or something. It's just a common name that you could name someone.
Yeah.
And so there was probably just multiple people named that, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it's just like the name Jason. When I went to school, there was like 4 kids in every class that all had the name Jason.
Wow.
So yeah, it was like a real popular name or something back in the day.
Remember Alex and Caleb were really popular in school. So.
But my name wouldn't be Hebrew because I have a J in it, and so there's no J's in that alphabet. So my name wouldn't be called Jason. It would be called Yason or something of the sort. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just a mutt. Here we go. Matthew 2. Now when Yahusha, who's Yahusha, boys?
The Messiah.
Jesus
Christ.
Yeah, Jesus the Christ. Now when Yahushua was born in Bethlehem of Yahud, in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came Magi from the east to Jerusalem. All right, who are Magi?
They are like wise men. They are like the wise people.
Footnote in the NIV says traditionally wise men. Okay.
Yeah. Wise men, people that are like studiers of like everything they study. They don't like let anything go without understanding it.
Kind of like Bereans, maybe?
Yeah.
All right. Saying, where is he that is born of the Yahudim? For we have seen the star rising in the east, and we are come to worship him. When Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. Okay, why would all of Jerusalem be troubled over this?
Because they think there's going to be an uprising. They think there's going to be a revolution. They think there's going to be problems.
Well, and that's the thing is I guess this has been prophesied for so long and been written down for so long that all of a sudden Herod was the king, right? And so all of a sudden there's a new king on the block, and that had people very concerned. And so let's continue on. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Mashiach should be born. Guys, what is Mashiach?
Messiah, the Messiah.
The anointed Messiah, Mashiach. And they said unto him, in Bethlehem of Yahud, for this it is written by the prophet. And most of you guys will have Bethlehem, but that actually isn't the correct thing. It's Bethlehem, house of bread. Bethlehem, a place in Yashrael. House of bread. That's interesting. Okay, I didn't know that. 5. And they said unto him, in Bethlehem of Yahud, for thus it is written by the prophet. Okay, which prophet? Where he is?
I think probably Isaiah.
Probably Isaiah. Hold on here. I guess it didn't have a footnote.
Mine says Micah. You're on 6, right?
Yeah, 6.
Mine says Micah 5:2.
Micah, yeah. So yeah, definitely the prophets or things of that nature. So let's go on. Then, let's see. And Bethlehem in the land of Yahudah are not the least among the princes of Yahudah. For out of you shall come a governor that shall rule my people of Yashrael.
There's a footnote.
Yeah.
There's Micah.
That was Micah?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. So that Micah 5, 2, and 4 is where that came from. Then Herod, when he had privily called the Magi, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. So why would he secretly call the Magi?
Because they would know what's going on.
Yeah, but I guess nobody else.
Because I would assume that he is going to try and stop this king before the times. And if this is prophesied that this is going to be the person that saves them, if he goes out publicly and goes, where is this person? I want to know where he is. Everyone's going to stop him, right? Everyone's going to stop this thing happening. They're going to let the king reign. But if he comes to them privately, nobody knows that he's going to go kill this dude.
Plus, Herod is not a Yisraelite. He's an outsider, and so he is somebody of Rome. And the Magi are probably Israelites, right? And so they're not going to give up their own dude. So he probably was attempting to woo them or sway them. Hey, how's it going? Give me the info I need. Okay, 8. And he sent them to Bethlehem and said, Go and search diligently for the young child. And when ye have found him, bring me word again, that I may come and worship him also.
So he just kind of has these dudes like do his dirty work, I guess. Just
He's
like,
trying to have them do the dirty work, yes. When they had heard the king, they departed. And lo, the star which they saw rising in the east went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. Okay, do you know this is the Christians will take this chapter right here. This is Christmas, right? Every Christmas you will always hear this. Now, for those who do not understand this, our Messiah was not born in Christmas. It would be a little bit cold out tending your flocks out in the middle of it. More than likely, he was born on September 11th, which is why they did what they did back in the days and dropped the buildings. Okay, and so everybody's like mourning on the day of 9/11 instead of they should be celebrating because our Messiah was born. Okay, and when they were come into the house, they saw the young child with Miriam, his mother. And who's Miriam?
Mary.
Yep, Mary. Miriam. Rebelliously is her. It says on their footnote here. Rebelliously, Miriam, the name of two Yashraelim. So I guess her name is rebelliously, or it means rebelliously. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, and when they were come into the house, they saw the young child with Miriam his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Do you guys remember where we think this gold, frankincense, and myrrh came from?
This came from the
Adam.
book of Adam and Eve.
Yeah,
Originally, when they were kicked out of the garden, Yah gave them a few things. It said, when I send my son down, these will return to him.
Yeah, so this was not just some gold, frankincense, and myrrh. This was stuff that had been since the beginning that Adam ended up with. And we don't know if the books of Adam and Eve are true or not. They do add a lot of detail and a lot of things of such as this. We wouldn't know anything about this. But yes, our Creator did give those to them back in the day, and then they reappeared to his son. And being warned of El in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way. All right, so this is interesting. I found they were. All right, guys. This. All right, so I guess now's a good time as any to explain to those who don't know. Sorry, we had to pause. We do have 10 pit bulls, and we live out in the middle of a jungle with a tin roof, and so sometimes there's some distractions, and sometimes things just kind of erupt. Our pit bulls are not chained; they're not kenneled. They live with us free range, and they've never been on a chain in their lives, and so it's a giant pack. We have a human pack and we have a dog pack, and so that's what happened. So we're really, really sorry. There's no way to actually restart this and edit this out rightly or do anything. So you guys just get to be a big part of our family, and we're sorry for the distractions. All right. This is where I was going with this. And being warned of El in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way. There's something about dreams and something about our Creator getting the message to us in dreams. Anyone have any kind of thoughts on dreams at all? I mean, we all end up with crazy dreams. We all end up with, for whatever reason, we close our eyes and then we end up like in another reality or something where somehow our brains are making up its own scripts. I mean, I just do fantastic, crazy things in my dreams. Sometimes it's scary. Sometimes it's just wild. Sometimes I've never been there. Sometimes I recognize the people. It's just really, really wild. But our Creator says that He will talk to us in our dreams and very much things. So this is why I guess we need to be very aware of what it is we are dreaming and try to figure this stuff out. 13. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of Yahuwah appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise, and take the young child and his mother, and flee into Mitzrayim, and be there until I bring you word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. Okay, I found this was interesting. I found that Joseph, in a dream, right, he didn't even have an angel come to him, but it was in a dream. And I just find it very fascinating that this is how Yah talks to his people. And, Yah didn't come and talk to him in a dream. He sent an angel to talk to him in a dream. And this is, it becomes gospel when we can figure out these dreams. All right, 14. When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Mitzrayim. and was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of Yahuwah by the prophet, saying, out of Mitzrayim have I called my son. And the footnote of this one is Hosea. So we have more prophets that are basically everything they said has come true on this. 16. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the Magi, was exceedingly wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem, and in all the coasts thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently acquired of the Magi. Okay, so this was, guys, this, even though we are in one single chapter, we're dealing with weeks, months, and years here, right? So even though this is the one thing that it's really hard to understand history when it just says it all of a sudden, he just killed all the kids. Well, this was after he figured out that, the wise men had come, they had gone, and they never came back,
Right, so
right?
this has been a while, because he, instead of killing all the kids that are born, it's been, he says, 2 years, and so it's been a while they've been living
so it had to be.
He was expecting them to return in a year or something.
At least a year and a half, I would say, and then he was just trying to be really safe and kill everybody that was 2 years and under or something. So I mean, it's at least a year and a half to 2 years before he went and did this. So Matthew 2, we're dealing with a long time. 17. Then was fulfilled that which was spoken by Yirmiyahu, the prophet. Who's Yirmiyahu? Jeremiah. Yeah. And there's no J's in Hebrew, guys, so it's Yirmiyahu. In Ramah was there a loud voice heard, lamentation and weeping, and great mourning. Rachel weeping for her children and would not be comforted because they are not. Why does it say Rachel is comforted was crying for her children? Who's Rachel?
That's Joseph's mom.
Yeah, and
Not the Joseph, back in the 12 tribes.
Right, and so why would they say that? Right? Why would it say Rachel's weeping for her children?
Because she's one of the mothers of Israel.
Yeah, one of the mothers.
So basically, it's like going through prophecy, giving a thing saying all the people are crying for their children of Israel, but he just said Rachel because she was one of the mothers of the tribe of Israel.
Yeah, and I mean, if she's able to see all this stuff that's going on, and then all of a sudden all of her offspring are killed, it's it's going to be sad. Everyone's going to be really super sad about this. All right. 19. But when Herod was dead, behold, an angel of Yahuwah appeared in a dream to Joseph in Mitzrayim, saying, arise and take the young child and his mother, and go into the land of Yashrael, for they are dead which sought the young child's life. And again, an angel appears to Joseph, and I'm very curious if it's the same angel or if he's comfortable with it, or he must be comfortable and have enough faith that he doesn't need a physical appearance, that he's okay in a dream, and he believes what they're saying in a dream. So I would imagine his faith is pretty high. Saying, arise, and take the young child and his mother, and go into the land of Yashrael, for they are dead which sought the young child's life. And he arose and took the young child and his mother, and came into the land of Yashrael. But when he heard that Archelaus did reign in Yahud, in the room of his father Herod, he was afraid to go thither. Notwithstanding, being warned of El in a dream, he turned aside into the parts of Galilee. And he came and dwelt in a city called Nazareth, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophets. He shall be called a Netzri. Okay, and so he will be called a Nazarene. So we got 2 chapters into Matthew. We have Messiah Yahushua's lineage in Matthew 1. And we have basically he would probably be, 2.5, 3 years old at this time?
I'm thinking probably, he could be older than that because Herod looked for the kid.
And then 2, and they came back to probably 3 or 4.
2, but it could have been many more years he lived because he probably would have been keeping track of all the kids in a certain age group.
All right, so let's do some quick speculation. Do you think baby Yahusha, baby Jesus as they call him, do you think he cried and did stuff like normal babies?
Yes.
Like he was just, did he realize or at that stage that he was anything at all, or is he just...
I don't think he knew he probably had the spirit of Yah, but I still think he lived life as a normal human did. I think that's why it was so important that he was perfect, because if he just knew that he was Yah, it wouldn't have...
He wasn't Yah.
Or Yah, but he was of Yah. If he was had the spirit of Yah, if he knew that he was the Torah...
Trinity action going on here.
If he knew that he was the Torah in flesh, then it wouldn't have been as significant of him being the perfect human being walking the path he walked.
Yeah, it's very interesting to I don't know. You would know because our Messiah existed with Yah before creation. So that means he probably grew up under his dad, which means he probably, wherever they live, whatever they do, they had a world before this world, right? And so Yah just got bored or decided he wanted to have a little excitement, and then he created all of this. So he would have known his son, he says he was doing his father's will. So he would have known in the life before he became a baby here that he was on a mission to this. So it's interesting. At what point does he get his memories back from back in the days, or did he have his memories? Did he come?
I think around 12 when he started, when we went to the temple, started preaching all the old men.
But was he clueless till then?
I don't think so. I think at a certain point he probably knew.
I mean, how and then what do you know? I mean, when he was teaching in the temple, right? He was speaking with those who had, even when he was older, he was speaking as those he had authority versus, just those guys who read the Torah, right? And so that is something that to take note of. But it's very good questions. I cannot wait to find the answer to this. And was he a normal baby? Did he cry like normal babies?
I think he probably did.
Was he a toddler like all the other toddlers? Did he destroy the house like every other kid did? I mean, was he just a baby like every other thing, or was there anything different to this? And I don't know. I have no idea. So I'm just speculating out there. Anyone have anything?
No, I don't really know. I think he's probably normal for a long time. I think Yah probably let him grow up and learn to be a human child, and then when he's teaching in the temple of the old men,
it would almost
probably he probably gave him the Holy Spirit teach.
It's almost like what they call reincarnation, for what they teach for everybody, where you'll die and then you become a caterpillar or something, and then after that you die, you become a human again or something of the sort. It's very interesting to I guess ponder and wonder how and when he figured out what he figured out, or was he any different than any other human? And he probably had to suffer the same way all of us have to suffer and figure things out and stub your toes and things of that nature. But of course, it did say that the Satan says if you dash your foot against the rocks, the angels will lift you up. So, did he fall down as a child? Did he get hurt as a child? Did he?
We know he didn't break any bones.
Yeah, we know he didn't break any bones. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's all I have, and I think that we are going to wrap this one up. For anybody who does care, tomorrow is Sabbath, and we will be doing our live Sabbath again, and we are going to be reading the Torah. We're going to start over, and we do not have our scanner yet, and that's something we're so excited for. Next week we should actually have it, I think. And we will be scanning the Hallelujah Scriptures. But for now, we kind of did I guess a podunk ghetto, camera shot of the Hallelujah Scriptures for Genesis 1. So tomorrow for Shabbat, for those who want to do it, we're going to read the Torah. We have 184 commandments. Is that what it was?
74.
174 commandments is what we found in the Torah when we just did our reading of it. So we will read through those, and then we will read again out of the Hallelujah Scriptures. It's kind of what we'll call, I guess, a pilot program. We will pilot this one, and then we're going to read from a different version at the top. At the top of it, instead of having the NIV and the King James like we have here, we are going to read it. What's the version? What's that thing called? Targum?
Targum. I don't
Targum.
know if we should.
Nicole doesn't know if we should. I think we should, because I think we can look through this, and I think we are adult enough. I hope we're educated enough. We know what is in the Torah. We know what Deuteronomy 4:2 says. We know that if we add to or take away the Torah, we're breaking a commandment of our Creator, and that's very important to Him that we can't do that. So I believe we should read this from an educational standpoint, and I guess if it gets crazy, then we ditch it, but we will know because we know what the Torah says. So it just adds more stuff to it. It'll add a lot more details, stuff we have no idea about. We will see if it jams with the Torah or not, and if it goes against the Torah, then we will ditch it. Like old clothes. We'll wash them like old clothes. Okay, so that's it. Thank you guys very, very much. We will see those of you who we love and appreciate tomorrow during our Shabbat, and that is it. Thank you guys very, very much.
All right, shalom.
Shalom.